Today, we are going to get into a topic that, let's be honest, so many of us struggle with, our hair. We're constantly told the next magic solution is in some fancy bottle, but what if the real hero we're looking for has been on our plate this whole time?
Does this sound familiar? You've got the expensive shampoos, a dozen different serums sitting in your online shopping cart, and you probably tried every hair oil your friends have recommended. And still, you look in the mirror and you're just not seeing the results. You see more scalp, you see thinning, and you're wondering what you're doing wrong. I promise you, you are not alone in this.
You know, this quote really just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It points out this huge disconnect we have. We'll spend so much money on things we put on our hair, but we completely forget about what we're putting in our bodies. But the truth is, real, healthy hair growth isn't magic, it's biology. And it all starts from the inside.
All right, so let's start here. Let's talk about why all those serums and external products can only ever do so much. It really all comes down to a simple rule your body lives by.
Okay, this is so important to understand. Your body's #1 job is survival, period. So when it's low on fuel, nutrients, or if it's under a lot of stress, it has to make some tough calls. And in that survival math, guess what's at the bottom of the list? Your hair. It's seen as a non-essential luxury, so it's the very first thing that gets cut from the budget.
So, if it's not really about finding the right shampoo, then what's actually causing the problem? Let's get into the real root causes of hair thinning, the things that are probably affecting you right now.
And here they are. First, you've got modern malnutrition, which just means we eat a lot of food, but not a lot of actual nutrients. Then there's chronic stress, which literally puts your hair follicles to sleep. On top of that, you have massive deficiencies in key things like iron, protein, and vitamin D. And the final piece? Poor gut health. Because even if you eat the right things, if your gut can't absorb them, it's all for nothing. It's truly the perfect storm for hair fall.
And this analogy just makes it all click, right? Think about it. If you're low on cash, what are you going to buy? The phone charger that you absolutely need, or a fancy new phone cover? It's a no-brainer. Your body does the same thing. It will always power the essentials: the heart, brain, lungs. Hair, nails, glowing skin, those are the phone covers. They're nice to have, but they're not going to keep you alive.
So here's the good news. This is totally reversible. But the fix isn't as simple as just popping a biotin pill and calling it a day. No, you have to think of it like conducting a full orchestra of nutrients, all working together to create that beautiful music of hair growth.
And that's the key takeaway here. You just can't fix a complex problem with one single solution. Every single nutrient has its own specific job to do, and they all have to be in perfect harmony. If even one is missing or out of tune, the whole system just breaks down. So let's meet the main players in this orchestra.
First up, and this one is non-negotiable, protein. Your hair is literally made of a protein called keratin. So if you're not eating enough protein, you're not giving your body the basic building blocks. It's that simple. An empty factory cannot produce a single thing.
Next, we have iron. Think of iron as the delivery truck for oxygen in your blood. And without a steady supply of oxygen, your poor hair follicles literally start to suffocate. They just can't breathe. They can't thrive. It's like trying to grow a plant in a dark closet. Okay, let's talk about zinc. Zinc is like the little engineer for your scalp. It's constantly on the job, repairing damage, maintaining the structure of your follicles, and patching up all those tiny little issues before they become big problems.
Then we have omega-3s. These are the healthy fats that act like a lubricant for your scalp and the cells around your follicles. They keep everything nice and hydrated, soft, and flexible. It's all about creating that perfect, healthy environment for your hair to grow in.
And finally, vitamin D. This one is huge. It's basically the on-off switch for hair growth. It's vitamin D's job to send a wake-up call to all those sleeping, dormant follicles and get them back in the game. Without that signal, they just stay in hibernation mode, and no amount of expensive serum is going to wake them up. Okay, so we know what we need. Now for the most important part. How do we actually get these things? And I'm not talking about expensive, imported superfoods. This is all about building a powerhouse plate using ingredients you can find in pretty much any Indian kitchen.
Just look at this. It's so straightforward. For your protein, you've got eggs, paneer, all your dals, chole, rajma. For iron, things like spinach and ragi. A handful of pumpkin or sesame seeds gets you your zinc. Walnuts and flaxseed for omega-3s. And here's a little pro tip. Always have your iron-rich foods with some vitamin C, like a squeeze of lemon or some amla, because it literally doubles how much iron your body can absorb.
But remember, while food is the hero of this story, it needs a really strong supporting cast. And that's where your lifestyle comes in. These are the twin partners that can either supercharge your progress or completely stop it in its tracks.
Yeah, think of your hair growth cycle like a conveyor belt. Stress just flips the off switch. Not getting enough deep sleep messes with your growth hormones. Dehydration means those nutrients can't even get delivered to your scalp. And too much sugar can actually cause your follicles to shrink. But honestly, the foundation for all of this is your gut. Because none of this amazing food matters if your body can't absorb it.
So, let's bring it all home. After looking at all of this, the main message becomes crystal clear, doesn't it? It's all about shifting your focus away from the bathroom shelf and onto your kitchen counter.
And this slide just says it all. Your shampoos, your serums, your oils, they're the supporting actors. And they have important jobs, right? They clean, they add shine, they moisturize. But the hero of your hair story, the one that does all the heavy lifting, the one that actually builds strong, healthy hair from the inside out, that's nutrition. So, the next time you look at your hair in the mirror, don't just see strands of hair. See it for what it really is, a report card for your internal health. It is a direct reflection of what is going on inside your body. And that leaves us with one simple question to think about. What story is your plate telling today?